Oh, wow. Look at that. Huh. So over the road here, this is Hadley's Hotel. Now, I'm going to do a little bit of history here, and I don't want to tread on Angus Thornett's toes because he's Mr. Hobart history. If you've seen his stuff on YouTube, which you should because it's bloody brilliant, he's all over it and he's great at it. But this is just a little bit of folklore that I've picked up. You don't live in a place for 50 years without, you know, picking up some bits of like interesting folklore, and this is kind of one of the more interesting bits that I've heard. So Hadley's Hotel over here has been here since God knows when. I could probably look that up. 18 is when it was built. And I'm going to just share a little story about a guy called Thomas Jennings. So Thomas Jennings was the self-proclaimed fattest man in Australia at the time, in like the 1870s or something. And there's photos of him having to sit on 2 chairs because he couldn't sit on 1 chair. He owned a couple of pubs. And one of the last pubs he owned was a place called Harvest Home Inn in Newtown Road in Newtown. But he used to come to this particular hotel over here, Hadley's Hotel. Now, the story goes that he was inside Hadley's Hotel one day and there was a visiting team of athletes who was staying at the hotel. And he thought it would be a hilarious prank to challenge all these athletes to a race. So of course these athletes just took one look at Thomas Jennings and were like, you've got to be kidding, don't you? A race? And he was like, yeah, I'll challenge you to a race. The only proviso is I get just a little bit of a head start and I choose the course, the place that we run. And they were like, okay, this is going to be a fairly easy win for us. So they accepted his terms and they made arrangements to meet the next day or sometime thereafter to do this race. And word got out that Thomas Jennings, who was a bit of a local celebrity at the time, was going to do this race, and a crowd gathered here to see this race because it was going to happen outside of Hadley's Hotel. So on the day of the race, everyone was expectantly outside Hadley's Hotel. Thomas Jennings, he got to choose where the race was going to take place, and he decided that the race was going to happen up this alleyway here. So he set off down this alleyway running, or what would pass for running for Thomas, and the other athletes had no way of getting past him because the alleyway is very narrow and Thomas wasn't. So he ended up getting to the end of the alleyway, out here first, won the race. Everyone out there went bananas, and then Thomas ate them. I don't know. There you go, bit of folklore. Huh. This is Jennings Lane here. I don't know if it's got anything to do with our old friend Thomas Jennings, but maybe it does. There's another street that certainly does. So there is a street that's named after Thomas Jennings, Jennings Street in Newtown. So originally Jennings Street was quite a narrow street, but they had to make it a bit wider so that, no reason. So this is Harvest Home Inn where Thomas Jennings was the publican up until 1890, I think, when he died. It's still here. It doesn't look the same as it did back when he was running it, but the building's still here. I don't know if it had like an extra large doorway or not. It's insensitive, Michael. You shouldn't even say it.